Welcome to the Monster Hunter's Toolbox, the podcast where we break down the legends, mythology, and history of the world's most terrifying cryptids, and, most importantly, how to survive them. I'm your host, and today we'll be diving into some of the most chilling and well-documented encounters with Sasquatch, the legendary creature said to stalk the remote forests of North America. From analyzing modern first-hand accounts to deep-dive research into the potential indigenous origins of the myth, we'll provide you with survival strategies and a couple of tools you'll want should you ever find yourself face-to-face with one of these fearsome beasts. Because if legends are to be believed, the Sasquatch is not just watching, you may be its next target. Before we discuss survival, let's break down what we know about Sasquatch, also known as Bigfoot, across the United States and the world abroad. This cryptid has been reported for centuries by indigenous tribes, early settlers, and modern-day eyewitnesses. The name Sasquatch derives from the indigenous Salish word for wild men. Descriptions vary, but the common features include a large, bipedal ape-like figure ranging between 6 to 10 feet tall, immense strength, and the ability to move silently despite its size, a strong, musky odor often accompanying its presence, high intelligence, and an apparent ability to evade human detection. In most cases, the Sasquatch seems to know when it is being observed, but what truly solidifies its legend are the eyewitness accounts. Let's take a look at some of the most famous and terrifying Sasquatch encounters on record. Some of the most famous Sasquatch encounters include the Connecticut Sasquatch sighting, 2023. One of the most recent encounters, this sighting took place in a rural, forested area of Connecticut. A group of hikers reported seeing a massive, dark figure watching them from a ridgeline before disappearing with unnatural speed. Despite video footage and thermal imaging scans, skeptics dismissed the sighting as a bear. But was it? The Ostman abduction, 1924. One of the most harrowing alleged encounters, Albert Ostman, a Canadian prospector, claimed he was kidnapped by a family of Sasquatch while camping in British Columbia. Held captive for several days, he observed their behavior and communication before finally escaping. If true, this account raises serious questions. Are they intelligent beings with their own social structures? And more importantly, are they always just observers? Or could they turn aggressive? The Minerva Monster, 1978. Taking us out of the Pacific Northwest and showcasing similarities across the United States, we moved to Minerva, Ohio, where a family reported repeated encounters with a tall, hairy creature outside their home. The cryptid was described as eerily human-like, watching them from the woods and even peering through their windows. Could this Bigfoot be observing us far more than we realize? These aggressive deviations in behavior have similarities to many stories we've heard recently of otherwise passive creatures turning wildly violent and attacking humans. The Patterson-Gimlin film encounter, 1967. One of the most analyzed pieces of cryptid footage ever recorded. This short film, captured in Bluff Creek, California, depicts what many believe to be a female Sasquatch walking across a creek bed. The gait, musculature, and proportions have puzzled experts for decades. Was it a hoax? Or did Roger Patterson and Bob Gimlin truly capture the most compelling evidence of Sasquatch existence? So how do you survive a Sasquatch encounter? Do not run. Sudden movements can trigger a chase response. Maintain eye contact and back away slowly. Make yourself appear larger. If confronted, raising your arms and standing tall can make you look more intimidating. Do not make threatening movements. Continue to move away from the creature. lights and noise. High-powered flashlights, loud whistles, or even bear deterrents can drive away potential threats. Avoid areas with strong odors of musk or rotting flesh. Many reports mention an overwhelming smell before an encounter. If you notice this, leave the area immediately. Be prepared with a defensive tool. We do not recommend engaging a Bigfoot creature with firearms. One thing we commonly hear in the reports of hunters who encounter a Bigfoot and have them in their sights is that they could not take the shot. It may be that was the very thing that saved their life. Having said that, a close encounter with an enormous furry and aggressive creature should be prepared for, considering that bears are often found in Bigfoot territory. Bear deterrent sprays may be an effective and non-lethal option to give you the opportunity to get to safety. If you venture into Sasquatch territory, having the right gear could mean the difference between escape and disaster. Consider the following: a GM Global Vision Thermal Imaging Monocular. A thermal monocular or scope can help detect heat signatures in total darkness, making it an invaluable tool for spotting movement at a distance. The availability of many budget-friendly models can also be found online. See the link in the description below. Garmin GPSMAP 67i Rugged GPS Handheld Satellite Communicator. When deep in the wilderness, a GPS phone with satellite messaging capabilities ensures you stay connected, even off-grid. See the link in the description below. Scent-proof containers. Properly storing food and waste in scent-proof containers reduces the chance of attracting cryptids or any other curious predators during a backcountry expedition. High-powered flashlights and emergency beacons ensure visibility and a way to signal for help. First aid kit and emergency shelter. If an encounter leaves you injured or stranded, be prepared to survive in the wilderness, such as the Lynn Instant 1 to 2 Person Survival Emergency Shelter, available in 3 different sizes. See the link in the description below. So, what do these encounters tell us? Is Sasquatch an intelligent and elusive cryptid avoiding human interaction? Or, as some encounters suggest, could it be more territorial or even aggressive? Is this evidence of different subspecies or geographical variances? If Sasquatch and the myriad variations of the Bigfoot archetype are real, how do we coexist with a creature that doesn't want to be found? If you've had a Sasquatch encounter, we want to hear about it. Drop your story in the comments below. That wraps up today's episode of the Monster Hunter's Toolbox. If you found this information useful, hit that like button and be sure to subscribe for more cryptid survival skills. Have a monster you'd like us to cover in the next episode? Let us know in the comments section.